Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live healing. This is Spencer Bonin from Compass Healing, as well as Inside Out Institute and Unlocking You 2.0. I'm coming at you again with another live healing for the live healing extravaganza this week. So we're doing a live healing every single day this week. So I'm super excited to dive in and see if we can, what we can do to help someone out there today. If you're checking this out, if you're on here, say hello, say where you're dialing in from. Just say hello and all that kind of stuff. And if you have something going on, whether it's physical pain, anxiety, some depression, something along those lines, or maybe just something that's really, really stressful in your life right now, let us know. Like, just kind of put your name on the comments here, and then what I'll do is I'll make a little list as I usually do, and then we'll muscle test to see who we need to work with today. And then I believe we're going to get through one session today, so we'll do one treatment today. There's a few things kind of restricting us from going super far today, but that's okay. We're still going to be able to work with someone and something today, so I'm really, really excited. If you're on here, just say hello. And if you have something physical going on, or anxiety, depression, some sort of really high stress level, particular situation going on, just let us know in the comments there. And the only two restrictions, like I say, basically just if the only two things for free healing would just be say hello, or share it on your Facebook wall, and then tag a couple friends who you think would really, really enjoy this, or who you think would really, really use where it would benefit them a lot. So definitely just say hello in the chat box there. And yeah, so I'm here for you guys. I'm here to hang out. If you want to say hello and something's going on, just say hello. I see there's a couple people on here, so I don't know who's there, but if you want to say hello in the chat box there, feel free to say hello. And I'm sure someone will pop on here that we can get the opportunity to work with. So really, really excited to do that. Yesterday, it was super fun because we were able to lower some neck pain, and we were able to lower some really, really intense stress levels, with the current situation with that person was dealing with in her life. So that was really, really fun, and really cool to see the difference and shift that we made there. And then even before that, we worked with some depression. We worked with some, what else did we do? Oh man, we worked on some elbow pain, bringing that down from like an 8 down to a 1. We worked on some neck and shoulder pain, bringing that from like a 7 down to a 0 to 1. So if you're on here and you have something going on, physical pain, it could be neck pain, it could be shoulder pain, it could be mid back pain, trapezius pain is a big thing. A lot of people carry a lot of tension in there. Lower back pain, knee pain, shoulder, ankle pain, wrist pain, whatever. And actually, there was one day where we dramatically reduced some swelling in someone's finger, which was really fun. So that's really cool. Hey, Marianne, nice to see you again. It's so awesome for you to join us again. We love having you here. And yeah, so don't be shy, everyone. Say hello, Liz Wallace. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've ever worked with you on this. On the session, Liz. So hi, Liz. It's so good to see you. So that's great. So I'll add your name to the list, and obviously, like I said, the only requirements are sharing this on your Facebook wall, and then sharing it with at least 2 friends who you think would really benefit from it. So Liz and I, we've worked together. I mean, if there's someone else that hasn't had a session before Liz, then definitely I'd prefer to work with someone that hasn't really done this kind of work before. If they have like a very, very serious challenge, like if they have some lower back pain or something like that. Hey, Elsa. So nice to see you there too. So what I'll do is I'll make a list, and then I'll kind of muscle test to see who needs the most healing today, and then we'll kind of go from there. So far we've got Liz, we've got Elsa, and Elsa. So where are you guys dialing in from, by the way? Feel free. Perfect. That's so awesome, Liz. And Elsa, do you have anything going on? Physical pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, anything like that? Lower back pain, stomach pain, and abdominal pain, anxiety, depression, whatever. We can work on pretty much anything, which is really great. So We'll see here. And Liz, just so we know, like what's going on with you today? Do you have anything like anxiety or depression or anything like that? From the Netherlands. So cool, so cool. Ah, it's so mind-blowing. I'm just some bald guy with glasses sitting in Canada and get the opportunity to talk with people from all around the world. And today is from the Netherlands, so that's great. Sometimes we work with people from Australia, sometimes we work with people from England, all over the place. So, Elsa, do you have anything going on physically in your body? Anxiety, depression? Yes, enough. Shoulders, stress, lost my partner a year ago. So much grief. Wow. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so let's see here. So if you were to rate the shoulder pain, or even the grief slash, maybe sadness in there, where would you rate those on a scale of 0 to 10? 10 being like extremely like the highest it can go. 0 being there's nothing there whatsoever. How would you rate those? How would you rate those things? Shoulder. Stress. Grief. 8. Now, is that an 8 for all of them? Or is there like which one would you rate at an 8 for all of those? Or are they all 8? Just to ask. Just so we know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here too so that you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. So shoulder now worst cause, it also causes headaches. Left foot is really giving me trouble. An old injury from when an anvil fell on my foot years ago. I messed up my ankle somehow overnight. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So left foot. Okay. Okay. So let's see. So shoulder pain, we've got 8 out of 10. Liz, you say your ankle pain or left foot is really giving you so left foot pain. And then where would you rate that? Just so we know, like on a scale of 0 to 10. Once again, let us know. How that's feeling. Causes headaches too. Okay. Let's put an 8 out of 10. That's not very fun. So let's see what we can do. And I have a sneaky suspicion that once we start working on one of these things, Elsa, most likely, it's probably going to tackle a couple of the things. You might see that your stress and your grief kind of level go down a little bit as well. So yeah, so Liz, like where would you rate that on a scale of 0 to 10? And then we've got about 2 people here, so that's great. Wow, so they're both about 8s. Okay. So let's see here. So 8 out of 10, not out of 20. So 8 out of 10, and then okay. So I'm gonna share my screen here with you guys too, so then that way you guys can see what's going on. There we go. Okay, so I've got my little list here. We've got Liz, we've got Elsa, and hopefully I'm saying that right. And what method are we using? We're using something called the emotion code and the body code. So the body code kind of encapsulates the emotion code as well. We utilize it inside the same system. So yeah, so this is a super great. So I'm just going to ask, what we do here is we use something called muscle testing, where basically I'm just going to be using something called the ring and ring method. Every once in a while, I might use my little bobber here to kind of verify some answers if I need to. But basically, I'm going to be utilizing muscle testing, and it's going to be giving me yes responses or no responses. And when it's a yes, they kind of like stick together. If it's a no, they kind of break apart. And what's really, really cool is we can basically link up. I can, connect with you energetically, even though you're in the Netherlands and I'm in Canada. We can still energetically link up, and then everything I do on my end basically reflects on your end. And what happens is we use this muscle testing to find imbalances in your body. And then once we find and locate what this imbalance is, we basically just use magnets which our fingers have polarity. So we can consider this, it creates a small magnetic field that is powerful enough to be able to release this. But we use that, and then we can kind of go along what's called the governing meridian, which is the main meridian that all the other meridians connect to in the physical body here. If you've ever heard of, different meridian systems, key energy, all that kind of stuff, ancient Chinese medicine, all that stuff. It all connects to this governing meridian. And if you've ever taken a magnet to a debit card or a credit card before, when you do that, it basically eliminates the data from the card. So then that way, your card kind of becomes useless, and because it deletes it from it. We're doing the same thing. We're using a magnet and we're deleting the information from your debit card, so to speak. So awesome. Okay, perfect. So let's just see who we need to work with first here. I might be able to sneak in a little bit of a kind of a double treatment here. We'll see how it goes. But let's just see who we can work with first. Yes, so who do we need to work with first today? Yes, do we need to work with Liz? We need to work with Elsa. Okay, so Elsa, we are going to work with you first today, and then Liz, if you want to stick around, maybe we can release a couple things near the end and see if we can kind of lower that down for you, just so we're not leaving you high and dry, right? So we'll see what we can do. So Elsa, what is or how young are you? Just so we know. Okay. How young are you over there? And this is so fun. So you've heard of emotion code, and you're curious to work out. So we're gonna work on it right now with you, and you're gonna get to experience it firsthand. So this is great. So you're 51 years young. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the shoulder pain. And just so I'm super clear, the shoulder pain is about an 8 out of 10, right? And I know there's a little bit of a Facebook, StreamYard delay here, but it's about an 8 out of 10. You're saying, right? Just so we know. And then we'll dive right in. So, and what we're going to do, everyone, what I always do before any session is I always ask for help. And it's something that's such a good thing to do, just to kind of get that kind of divine guidance, so to speak. So everyone who's watching right now, if you just want to throw some really, really awesome positive energy towards Elsa here, and just to make sure that she can really, really get the healing that she needs and she deserves, right? So we're going to do a quick 5 or 15-second meditation, just throw really good positive vibes at Elsa here. And I'm just going to quickly ask for some help here. So let's go do that. Awesome. Okay, sweet. So let's see. So I'm going to be using, like I said, muscle testing here. So what we're going to do, so Elsa, give me a, can I be a proxy for you? And the answer is yes. So give me a, so my name is Elsa. Good. Okay, so basically now that I've kind of like moved my subconscious a little bit to the side, and I've kind of like taken on yours. So then that way, anything that I do on my end reflects on your subconscious body. And we're just going to have a quick little yes and no conversation with your subconscious to kind of have that communication and find out what these imbalances are. And hello, Marty. It's so good to see you again. Love having you on the stream as always. So this is great. So let's see. So give me a skew. So Elsa, do you have any underlying imbalances that your body really, really wants to release right now that's contributing to this shoulder pain you're experiencing? Yes, is there something that's contributing to that? Yes. So what's the biggest imbalance? Is it something that's on the left side of this chart? Is it some sort of a toxin? No. Is this some sort of a circular system? No, it's not. It's something energetic. So we're going to go to the energy section here. Okay, is it something that's on the left-hand side here? Is it something that's post-traumatic? Okay, so it's something post-traumatic. Okay, give me a, is this some sort of a physical trauma? Is this a physical emotional shock? It is. Okay, so physical emotional shock, and I think this actually probably makes sense for what you were just describing. You lost your partner, right? I'm going to ask your body, give me a, does this have to do with that? Yes. So what a physical emotional shock is, it's something where it's kind of like, it's a big kind of life-changing, shocking event where it kind of really makes it could be the death of a person, it could be moving schools, it could be getting divorce papers and that kind of like having that physical effect, even though it's only an energetic thing. So I don't know if this makes sense, but I think it has something. I'm just going to ask, is it to do with like your kind of recent loss of that partner? And the answer is yes. So the cool thing is, if you don't really have to go any further than that with regards to this, but we do need to ask, is there anything beneath this? Okay. So in the body code, we always want to ask, is there something that's like associated with it or something that we need to clear first before we can just go ahead and release that? So let's find out what this is. So give me a, is there something that's associated with this? Yes. Okay. So let's go back to the home page here, and then we're going to find out what's kind of buried underneath this as kind of like a root issue. So let's see. So give me a, is there something else associated? Is it something that's on the left? Is it also energetic? It is. Okay. Is this something that's on the left? It's on the right. Is this some sort of an allergy? No. Is this something that is emotional? Okay. So it's something emotional here. Is it something on the left here? Yes. Is it some sort of a trapped emotion? Okay. Is this something that's on the left? No, it's on the right. Is this a common? So there's a common trapped emotion here, which basically means that, it's an emotional frequency, a little ball of energy that kind of gets lodged in your body because you're kind of in balance at the time, or it could be just a really, really overpowering emotion that just doesn't seem to process fully through the body, and it kind of gets stuck somewhere in the body, and my guess is probably your shoulder. But let's find out but by the term common, I mean it's generally speaking of your own experience rather than like inherited or absorbed from someone else. So there's a common trapped emotion here. Let's find out what this emotion is. So we're going to go to the emotion code chart. Okay. And then we're just going to go here and we're going to go, yes, so there's some sort of common trapped emotion here. What emotion is this? Yes, is it something that is in column A? No, it's in column B. Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? It is. Yes, is this in row number 1? Is this in row number 2? Is this row number 3? Oh, okay. Yes, is this emotion? Is it confusion? No. Is it defensiveness? No. Oh, it's grief. There we go. Okay. So it's common trapped emotion of grief. There you go. I'm assuming, does this have to do with the same? Yes. So it's the same event. So, okay. So now we're going to ask your body here. Yes, do we need to know more about this grief? Do we need to know more about it? Your body says no. Yes, can we just get rid of this grief? Okay, so we're going to do this, Elsa. I'm just going to take my hand and I'm going to swipe it 3 times just to release this grief. I gave you 1 extra for the road there. So let's see. So did we release this grief from you? Yes, did we release that grief? Yes, we did. Awesome. Okay, so now we ask the question, is there anything else associated with this physical emotional shock? Is there something else there? And there is. Okay, so let's find out what this is. So let's go back home. Okay, yes, is it something that's energetic? It is again. Okay, give me no. Is it something that's on the left side? Is it something post-traumatic? Is this something post-traumatic? Is this something that is offensive? Is this offensive? This is mental. Okay, so it's a mental thing. Yes, is it something that's on the left here? It's on the right. Is it some sort of a memory field? Okay, so a memory field, interesting. So, and it kind of makes sense for this whole thing here too. Now, a memory field can be one of 2 things. Generally, it's either a specific event or it can be like a theme of memories. And what happens is this little cloud kind of appears in front of your eyes and it kind of replays old memories just to kind of keep you in that safe zone where your subconscious kind of likes to keep you, if that makes sense. So for example, if it's a specific event, which this very well could be, it could be the event itself, or it could also be a theme where it's like, let's just say, there's lots of different themes of maybe someone passing away or someone rejecting you, or you coming up short on a project or something where you might have a failure emotion in there. So what we can do is we're going to find out what kind of memory field this is. Yes, is this is this a specific memory? Yes, is this a specific? This is actually a theme of memories. So there's a theme here, and we're just going to go to the emotion code chart, and we're going to find out what the theme is. Okay. Yes, is it something that's on this chart? Yes. Yes, is this something that is in column A? Yes. Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row number 1? Is this in row number 2? This is row number 3. Okay. Yes, is this emotion crying? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yes, is it discouragement? No. Is it rejection? Is it sadness? No, it's crying. So, Are there lots of different events that you've had in your life over there, Elsa, where you felt like crying has been a really big, significant factor? And then now what we're going to do is we're just going to ask your body, yes, do we need to know more about this? And your body says no. So give me a, can we just release this? Yeah. So we're just going to release this memory field with the theme of crying and say goodbye to that. Okay. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay. Awesome. So now we'll ask, is there something else associated? Is there anything else going on with this physical emotional shock? Yes, is there something else associated with that? Something else going on with that? No, there is not. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. So we're just going to release this physical emotional shock from you. Okay. Give us, did we release this from you, Elsa? Yes. Okay. Difficulty with crying. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just in case everyone who's wondering. Perfect. Okay. So give me so we release this physical emotional shock. Good. Yes, do we so now what I'm going to do, now that we've kind of released the main emotion and then a couple of other things, I'm going to get you to stand up and walk around maybe like 5 or 10 steps. And then I just want to check, once you're done walking around, I just want you to check in and see how that shoulder pain is feeling that you're talking about. And by the way, is it left shoulder or right shoulder? Is it both? Is it in the middle? How's that feel? Like, where is it? Got to stay hydrated for you guys. And thanks everyone for all the positive vibes. I'm sure this is going to be amazing, amazing stuff. So, really, really excited. It's so awesome to have a group, like an awesome, fun group of people that are just giving positive vibes to other people on here. It's just such an amazing, amazing thing. So let's see. How are you feeling over there, Elsa? And thanks, Marty. I really appreciate that. Love listening. It's so awesome. You're always sticking by and you're saying hello and you always make comments afterwards. It's so awesome. Same with you, Marianne. You're always chilling around here and checking things out and seeing what's up. I love it. Both sides, but right more. Not much difference yet. Sorry. Okay, no worries. Okay, so right side more so. I'm just gonna make a note of that. Both sides more so right shoulder, but okay. So perfect. Okay, so there's now. Let me ask you a question. How is the sadness and grief aspect feeling? How has that shifted at all? Because that's fun to check out as well. So just to make sure. But okay, so let's see. And would you still rate it at about an 8, Elsa? Just to be super sure. I want to be very, very thorough here. Yeah, we are a fun group, Marty. Awesome. So it's still just to be sure, else, and I know there's this like weird Facebook delay. So is it just to be sure it's about a bit more quiet at the moment? Okay, so it's shifted a little bit. Would you still put it at an 8, or would you say maybe like a 7? Just wondering, 7.5, anything like that? Oh, okay, yes, still an 8. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we'll say, I'm just gonna say 8 out of 10, a little more quiet. Oh, sorry, the quiet as far as like the emotional, the grief aspect. Okay, no problem. Perfect. Oh no, we have another spammer. Oh man, we're just gonna go ahead and block that. Cut that off the head there. That was fun. Okay, cool. Awesome. So then let's see, Elsa. Let's see what else we can do here. So give me Escamino. So Elsa, is there something else your body really wants to release that's contributing to this right shoulder pain or this shoulder pain you're experiencing? And the answer is yes. So let's find out what this is. So let's go home. Give me is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something on the left? Yes, is it something that's energetic? It is. Okay. So give me is it something that's on the left here? Yes, is it something that's post-traumatic? No. Yes, is it something that's offensive? This is mental as well. So we're going to go here. Yes, is this something on the left? Yes, is it some sort of a will to? Is this a no will to? So there's a no will to something here. Okay, so let's find out what this is. And no will to is kind of like not having the willpower to do a certain thing. And I think it's going to make a lot more sense once we find out what this is. So give me a, is it something on this chart? Yes. Is it something in column A? It's in column B. Yes. Is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes. Is this in row number 1? Is this in row number 2? Okay, man, this keeps showing up. Yes. It's this, is it a no will to, yes, is this a no will to love others? Yes, is this a no will to love the divine? Yes, is this a no will to like believe in divine existence? Something along that line. So it's like a no will to believe in divine existence. Now, is this more so like, yes, is this like existence? Something along that, like existence, wisdom, love, power, something along those lines. So I don't know if that makes sense for you lately. Like, I don't know if maybe like as a result of this event or some other things that have happened in the past, if maybe you felt like you just don't have that belief in the higher power, so to speak. I don't know if that makes sense for you, but that's kind of what's showing up here. So let me just ask your body, yes, do we need to know more about this? Your body says no. Okay, well, that's cool. Yes, is there something else that's associated? So there's something else kind of beneath this. So let's find out what's kind of the root of that. So give me a, is it something that is, yes, is it something, not really, I know there's more between heaven and earth. Right, but I mean like, so let's find an age when this occurred. Okay, so give me no. When did you get this kind of this energy? So you're 51 years young. So was this we'll say, is this before the age of, we'll say 30? Yes, is this between age 30 and 35? Yes, is this age 30? Is this age 31? Is this age 32? So this is age 32. So I don't know if anything rings a bell there, Elsa, where maybe like you just had a moment where you're just like, man, there's nothing out there, or you just like refuse to believe in that kind of stuff. I don't know. You can let us know if that makes sense, or if anything pops in your mind. If not, that's totally okay. The point is we're getting close enough vibrationally to it so that we can get close enough and be able to release it. But there is something underneath it we need to address first. So let's find out what this is. Yes, okay. Is it something that's energetic? Okay. Yes, is it something that's on the left here? Is it something that's post-traumatic? Is this offensive? This is also mental. Okay. Give me no. Is this something on the left? It's on the right. Is this some sort of a memory field? This is programming. And on it, so you don't know, to be honest, that's totally okay. No worries. That's that's totally fine. So give me so it's some sort of programming. Yes, is this some sort of memory field that's programming? Okay. Give me is this some sort of an image? Give me is this some sort of a despair anchor? Okay. So despair anchor, for those of you who are wondering, it's kind of like it's like a negative statement that's stuck in our subconscious mind that our body seeks to fulfill and believes as truth. And it's kind of trying to make it happen, so to speak. So let's find out what this is. And it'll make a little bit more sense once we find out what the statement is. But oftentimes these are something, it's like a little statement that you might say to yourself or think to yourself often or feel pretty often. And it happens as a result of negative self-talk most of the time. Okay. So let's see what this is. Yes, so there's a despair anchor here. Okay. Yes, is it something on this chart? Yes. Is it something that is in column A? Is this in column B? Is this in rows 1 through 3? Is this in row number 1? Is this in row number 2? Okay. Yes. So it's B2. Man, this keeps coming up too. Okay, so let's see. So give me no. Is it something like is it something like I'll be rejected? Give me is it something like I'll never be accepted? Is it something like I'll never be forgiven? Is it I'm a fool? Is it something like I'm a fool? Is it I'll never be accepted? Let me just quickly check this. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Is it something like I'll be rejected? Is it something like I'll never be accepted? Yeah. So we've seen this before. We saw this a couple of times or a couple of episodes ago, but I'll never be accepted. I don't know. Does that make sense to you, Elsa? Do you ever feel that way? Feeling like you just never going to be accepted by, like, I don't know if it's friends or family or just people in general. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just going to ask your body. Yes, do we need to know more about this? Yes, do we need to know more about that? No. Yes, can we, yes, is there something that is associated? So there's something beneath it as well. Let's find out what that is. Okay. Yes, is this something that's energetic? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yes, is it something that's on the left? It's on the right. Is this an allergy? Is this emotional? Okay. Something emotional here. Yes, is this something that's on the left? Is it some sort of a heart wall? Is this a trapped emotion? So there's a trapped emotion here. Is it something on the left? Is it something that's prenatal? Is this preconception? This is an inherited trapped emotion. Often feel misunderstood. Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, so there's an inherited trapped emotion of something. So inherited emotions are really, really cool, and they're really, really key because they can actually go back several generations. And what's really neat, I say this every episode, or every live stream here, but basically what happens is um, when we release this emotion from you, it actually releases from everyone that's ever had it. So these trapped emotions, these little balls of energy I'm talking about, they can actually be passed down to you generationally, kind of like a gene. So at the moment of conception, you got this little ball of energy from either your mom or from your dad, and then that might go back several generations. And what's really cool is once we release this from you, it actually, we're doing treatments on them as well as if you have kids, it goes down the line, it goes up the line, it goes across the line. So cool. And it can literally impact like hundreds to thousands of people depending on how far this thing goes back. So it's super fun and super cool. So let's find out what this emotion is. Can you ask, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something that is in column A? Is this in column B? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? It's 4 through 6. So, is this in row number 4? Yes, is this emotion? Is it, is this emotion depression? Is this frustration, indecisiveness? Is it panic? Is it taken for granted? It's depression. Okay. So there's an inherited trapped emotion of depression. And who did you get this from? Yes, did you get this from your mom, from your dad? Okay. Yes, is this multiple generations? Yes, is this more than 5? Yes, is this more than 10? Yes, is this 5? Is this 6 generations? Excuse me. So 6 generations here. Okay. And if I could get that to the right place, there we go. And let's see. So give me, does this go back all males? No. Yes, do you need to know the specific lineage? We don't. Yes, did this start with a female? Yes, did this start with a female? This started with a male. Started with a male. Okay, so let's see. So give me, do we need to know more about this depression? Give me, do we need to know anything else about it? Your body says no. Yes, can we just release this? Yeah. So let's just release this inherited trapped emotion of depression from your dad and all the way back 6 generations and everyone else in between. Yes, did we release this from you, Elsa? Yes, did we release that? Yes. Okay, perfect. Good. So give me is there another associated balance to this despair anchor? Give me is there something else going on with that? Is there something else going on with the despair anchor? No. Yes, can we just release that too? Sweet. Let's just get rid of this despair anchor of I'll never be accepted. Let's just release this. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay, perfect. Yes, is there another associated balance to this no will to believe in divine existence, wisdom, love, power? Yes, is there anything else going on with that energy? No, actually, as soon as there's something that's hidden, no. Yes, can we just get rid of it? Yeah. So let's just release this no will to believe in divine existence, wisdom, love, power, whatever. Let's get rid of that energy, whatever it is. So inherited, because it goes back so long, potentially like to different, like a bunch of other people, as a good rule of thumb in the emotion code, body code, we do 10 swipes just to kind of make sure that we get everything. So generally speaking, if it's a regular emotion, we do 3. And if it's anything longer, then usually it's 10. Those are good rules of thumb. I usually do more just because, I lose track and I'm talking. So, but yeah, so let's see. So give me a. So did we release this? Yes. Okay. So now what I want you to do, Elsa, is I just would like you to stand up again, walk around maybe another 15 steps or so. And then I just want you to check in with those shoulder pains, see if it's shifted at all. If anything's moving over there. If it's still an 8, if it's a little bit less, a little bit more, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We've seen some awesome stuff happen before. So and once again, Elsa, thank you so much for kind of like being open to try this kind of stuff. I know it's can be a little bit scary, but and like I say this with everyone else, by the way, too. If something comes up and something pops into your head and you know what it is, but you don't necessarily want to share it, you don't have to say specifically what's going on. You can just say, yep, something makes sense, or something along those lines, or you can say, yes, I'm thinking of something, and then we can actually muscle test it. Left side seems like a 6, but right is still an 8. So, okay. So it shifted a little bit in the left side. Is that right? Like it kind of went down a little bit on the, went down a little bit there. 6 out of 10, left side. 8. So glad to be my victim, my guinea pig. Aha! No, 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 no. Okay, so just so we know, so it's gone down a little bit. Then you're saying like maybe just a smidgen. That's okay. This might be one of those ones where it might take more than perfect. Okay, so it might take a couple of sessions to get. We'll see how far we can take this. So we'll give you the full kit and caboodle here. So let's see what else is going on. So let's see. So, is there something else that we can release from your body right now, Elsa, that's really contributing to the, maybe specifically the right shoulder, or something that's really contributing to this intense pain you're experiencing in your shoulders there? Yes. Okay. So what's the biggest imbalance? Is it something that's on the left-hand side? Yes. Is it some sort of, is it some sort of a toxin? No. Yes. Is it something that's energetic again? No, it's not. Yes. Is this some sort of a circuit or system? It is. Okay. So what's going on in your circuits or systems here? Is it something that's on the left? Oh, okay. Yes, is this a body code or body cycle, or body cycle or rhythm? Is it something in your system? Yes, this is some sort of a disconnection. Okay. What kind of a disconnection? We've seen a lot of these before, which is really cool. Yes, is it some sort of a physical disconnection? No, it's not. Yes, is this some sort of a spirit out of body? Yes, is this a spirit physical? No, it's spirit out of body. Interesting. Okay, and we've seen this a couple times recently, like I was saying. So spirit out of body. And just to kind of give you a quick dissertation or kind of like explanation of what this is, sometimes obviously we have our spirit body, we have our physical body, but then due to maybe like a traumatic event, or this is something that already exists more than decades, so I understand if you can't remove it in one session. Oh, no worries, no worries. We'll see what we can do though. So obviously we have our spirit body, our physical body. Every once in a while, due to long-term stress or a specific traumatic event or a couple of traumatic events, sometimes what can happen is this spirit can actually almost kind of like dislodge from the body, which then creates all kinds of challenges. So it might create fatigue, discomfort, lowered immunity, persistent misalignment, malfunction of body parts. Oh, fair enough. Okay. And obviously, like the complete separation is like death kind of thing. We're not going to get into that. But so bottom line is your spirit's not in your body like it's supposed to be. So let's see on a scale of 0 to 100%, how much of your spirit is actually within your body. Let's see. Yes, is it at least 50%? Oh, wow. Yes, is it at least 50? No, it's not. Yes, is it at least 40 though? Okay. Yes, is it yes, is this between 40 and 45? Yes, is this 40? Is this 41%? Certainly could be better. So let's see what we can do that is that's kind of causing that, right? So let's ask the question, is there something associated with this? Is there something that's preventing your body from being 100% in its body, or preventing your spirit from being 100% in the body? And the answer is yes. So we're going to go back home here. Yes, is it something that's on the left here? Yes, is it something that is yes, something on the left? Is it something that's energetic? Yep. Yes, is it something that's on the left? Is it something that is post-traumatic, actually? Okay. Yes, is this some sort of a physical trauma? No, this is another, actually, yes, is this a physical, yeah, is this a recovery? No, physical emotional shock again. Okay. So let's see when this one occurred. So there's a physical emotional, I'm just going to go PS. Abbreviation, save us time. Okay, so let's see. So give me, when did you get this? Give me, was this before, we'll say, the age of, give me, was this before the age of, we'll say 30? As soon as this before the age of 20? Yes, this is before age 30. Yes, before age, we'll say 15, between age 15 and 20, actually. Is this age 15? This is actually going back to like age 16. So I don't know if anything kind of rings a bell around age 16 for you, Elsa, where there's just something that kind of like shocking, or like a pretty life altering maybe events, whether it's like a death in the family, or like, we've already kind of talked about what the physical emotional shock is. Let us know if there's anything that kind of rings a bell there. Do we need to know more about it? Your body says no. So if there's something you feel like sharing, definitely please do so. Can you just, is there something that's associated? So there's something beneath this. Okay. Yes, is it something, yes, oh no, lost your best mate today. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lisa. I really, really am. It's not a very fun situation. So I'm so sorry to hear that. Grandmother passed away when I was 16. That was hard for me. Yes, is this to do with your grandmother passing away? Yes, it is. Okay. So Okay, so then what's the imbalance that's associated with this physical emotional shock? I mean, is it something that's on this chart? Is it something on the left? Is it something that is energetic again? Okay. Is it something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Is this some sort of an allergy? Is this emotional? Okay. Um, let's see. So it's emotional. Is this something that's on the left-hand side? Is this some sort of a trapped emotion? No, this is actually a heart wall emotion. I kind of figured as much. So heart wall, it's a whole other thing. Basically the idea is like some of these really, really intense energies actually create a physical barrier around your heart. And your heart is where you hold your mission. It's where you hold your purpose. It's where you're giving and receiving love from. So having this kind of barrier around your heart is actually extremely, extremely restrictive in your life, and it prevents abundance, it prevents clarity on your mission, it prevents giving and receiving love, it leads to like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. It's a big deal. So I've talked about this before, but I'm not going to get into all that today. I know we've got some healing to really get done here, right? So let's see, what kind of heart wall is this? If that's something that interests you, drop a comment below, or maybe just send me a message individually and we can talk about that. But let's see. So give me so what is this heart wall? Is it something that's on the left hand side? Yes. Is it something that's prenatal? Is this preconception? This is actually an inherited heart wall trapped emotion. Inherited heart wall trapped emotion. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So similarly to the emotion that we found before, not only can we get regular old trapped emotions, but sometimes we actually get an actual wall around our heart, generated or given to us by a parent through conception and inheritance. So let's see, what emotion is this? Let's see. Let's see here. So let's see. Yes, so something on this chart. Yes, is it something that is in column A? Is this in column B? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row number 1? Yes. Yes, is this emotion? Is it effort unreceived? Yes, is this okay? It's heartache. That makes sense. Okay, so there's an inherited heart wall trapped emotion of heartache. So then who did you get this from? Yes, did you get this from your mom? Did you get this from your dad? Okay. Yes, is this multiple? Yes, is this more than 5? Yes, is this more than 10? Yes, is this 5? Is this 6 again? Is this 7? Is this 8 generations? Okay, this goes back even further. So you got this from dad. Did he get this from his dad? Yes, do we need to know the whole lineage? We don't. Yes, did this start with a male? Started with a female this time. Okay. Do we need to know more about this? No. Yes, can we just release this? Yeah. So let's just release this inherited heart wall trapped emotion of heartache. Let's release this from 8 generations ago. Crazy. It's like 200 years plus, 230 years. Yeah, almost 300 actually. Let's see. So did we release this? Yes. Okay, perfect. Is there something else going on with this physical emotional shock? Is there something else getting triggered there? Yes. Okay, so what else is here? Is it something that's energetic? Yes, Yes, is it something on the left, on the right? Is this an allergy? Is this emotional again? Okay. Yes, is this another heart wall? Okay. What kind of heart wall? Yes, is this something on the left? It's on the right. Is this some sort of a common heart wall trapped emotion? Okay, and what emotion is this? Give me is just so you guys can see it. Is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something in column A? Yes, is this in rows 1 or is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row 1? Is this in row 2? Is this in row 3? Yes, is this another crying? No. Yes, is this discouragement? No. Rejection? No. Yes, is this sadness? Okay, so there's a common heart wall trapped emotion of sadness. And I'm guessing is it probably right around the same time it is. Okay. Do we need to know more about it? Nah. Yes, can we just get rid of it? Your body says yes. So let's just release this sadness. Heart wall trapped emotion there. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay, perfect. Yes, is there something else going on with this physical emotional shock? Yes, is there something else going on with that? No, there isn't. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. Okay, so let's release this physical emotional shock at the age of 16. Yes, Camino. Did we release this from you, Elsa? Yes. Okay, perfect. So now, does your body still have more to work on with the spirit out of body? And the answer is yes. So we're going to go back home and we're going to find out more. Yes, is it something that's energetic again? Yes, it is. Yes, is it something on the left? Yes, is it something else that's post-traumatic? No. Yes, is this something that's offensive actually? Okay. Give me a, is it something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Yes, is this some sort of a cord? Okay, so there's some sort of a cord between you and someone else. Now, when I think of a cord, or when you think of a cord, kind of think of like this little tube that comes out and kind of plugged into you, and then it gets plugged into someone else, and then it's like this unwanted exchange of energy between you and that other person. So you're feeling their negative emotions, you're feeling them, they're feeling you, and it's kind of like a direct pathway where nothing kind of gets interferes, and it's just like this unwanted exchange of energy that no one really wants, right? So there's courting here. Now let's find out. Give me a Eskimo. Is this with? Give me a Eskimo. Is this with a male? Yes, this is a male. Now, let's see here. What kind of a cord is this? Is this like a yes? Is this some sort of a gut to gut? Yes, is this some sort of? This is actually a heart to heart. Heart to heart. And when did you get this? Give me a Eskimo. Was this before? Give me a Eskimo. Was this before the age of, we'll say, 30? Is this before age 30? Was this between age 30 and 35, 35 and 40, 40 and 45? Is this age 40? Is this 41? Is this age 42? Is this roughly age 43? So I don't know if anyone kind of jumps in your head around age 43 that maybe was someone that was close to you. I don't know if it's like a friend or a partner or maybe like someone you consider to be like a brother. Is there anyone that kind of like rings a bell around that time? Some sort of courting between you and that person. And I'm just going to ask your body, can we ask you, do we need to know more about this cord? Can we ask do we need to know more about it? Your body says no. So that's cool. So let's see. Yes, is there something that's associated with this cord? Yes. Okay, so there's something else here. What's kind of beneath the cord that we have to release before we can cut it? What is it? Yes, is it something that's on this chart? Yes, is it something that's on the left? Yes, is it something that's energetic? Yes. Okay. Give me a Eskimo. Is it something that's on the left? Yes, is it something that's post-traumatic? Is this offensive again? This is mental. Okay. Give me a Eskimo. Is this something that's on the left? Not sure, and that's totally okay. Is it? If we had a little bit more time, I might kind of like dive like super deep into this kind of thing, but your body says it's not super important. It's kind of causing some sort of shoulder pain, which is and the spirit out of your body. Did you have like a partner at that time, or maybe it was someone there, or I'm not sure. But so there's something else kind of underneath this. What is it? Is it something that's on the left-hand side? Is it some sort of a will to? Is this some sort of a no will to? So there's another no will to here. So there's another no will to here. Let's find out what this is. Okay. Yes, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something on the left? It's on the right, or sorry, here, let me fix that. Yes, is it something that is in column A? Is this in column B? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row number 1? Yes, is this a no will to support others? Yes, is this a no will to respect others? Yes, is this a no will to trust others? Yes, this is a no will to respect others energy. I'm just going to ask, yes, was this heart to heart? Yes, was this with your partner at the time? Actually, yes. Okay. Partner at the time. Okay. So, and then there's some sort of like no will to respect others kind of energy. So maybe like, I don't know if you guys got into a fight or something and you just like weren't willing to respect his side of the opinion or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know if anything rings a bell. But let's just ask, give me a Eskimo, do we need to know more about this no will to respect others? We don't. Give me a Eskimo, is there something else that's associated with it? Yes, is there something else associated here? No. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. So let's release this no will to respect others energy. Let's get rid of that. Give me a Eskimo, did we release this? Yes. Yes, is there another associated balance with this cord? Give me a Eskimo, is there something else going on with that? No, there is not. Yes, are we free to just cut that cord? Okay, so let's just cut this cord between you and that person. And let's also kind of establish and program a nice, healthy, positive, even exchange of energy between you and other people. And that's fair. So maybe it's, So anyway, so we kind of got rid of, yes, so did we kind of get rid of this cord? Yes. Okay. Yes, do we need to know more Actually, is there anything else associated with this? Is there something else going on with the spirit out of body? Is there anything else going on with that? Is there anything else there? Is there anything else associated? Is there anything else that's beneath this? Is there anything that's hidden? Can we just kind of bring the spirit back in the body? Okay. Um, what's going on here? Okay, perfect. So let's see. So, so we release this cord? There's nothing else associated with the spirit out of body. So can we just bring the spirit back in the body? Okay. So let's just bring your spirit back right back into your body where it's supposed to be. And let's just kind of have the body, be complete in the way it's supposed to be, and let's just bring it as close as we can to 100%. So let's see. So on a scale of 0 to 100%, how much of your spirit body is in your physical body now? Is it at least is it at least 50? Is it at least 60? Is it at least 70? Is this at least 80? Is this at least 90? Is this 100? Okay, cool. So, and that might vary a little bit here and there, but that's exciting. So let's just see, and we've done quite a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 8, 9. Okay, so now what I want you to do, Elsa, is just, once again, I'm just going to get you to stand up, walk around again another maybe 15 or 20 steps this time. We did quite a bit there. And I just want to check and see how that's feeling over there. And I think that might be all we can do for you today, though, quite truthfully. And hey, Azim, hopefully I said that name right. Just want to check and see how that shoulder pain is feeling. Is it still around a 6 or an 8? Is it still kind of lingering around that space there? Has it shifted? I'm excited to find out. Neck is cracking like crazy. Okay, so something like a 5, my neck is cracking like crazy. And that's good, because honestly, sometimes what happens when you walk around, when you move it, once we release some of this negative energy, these little kind of balls of energy that are hanging around, sometimes things settle into new places, if that makes sense, right? Like it's just like they kind of crack and like snap, crackle, and pop right back into the right places they're supposed to be in. So I'm just gonna ask your body here, I guess, so Elsa, yes, is there anything else we can do for you right now? Yes, is that all we can do for you today? So that's all we can do today, actually. That's all your body is willing to kind of handle at the moment. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of relief. So is that down to about a 5 out of 10 on both sides, by the way? Is it just the left, or is it? Yes, it's reaction. Okay. Is it still like, is it about a 5 out of 10 on both sides? Has that right shoulder kind of gone down to the 5 now? Just so I fully understand here. Perfect. So that's so cool. So, I mean, we weren't able to get it fully from like, an 8 down to a 1, but we were still able to make a pretty significant change there. And I suspect that this is probably going to take maybe another session or two, just to kind of see how things go there. But either way, like, I think this is super fun that we were able to kind of do this kind of work, give you a little bit of relief there. And it's just an example that sometimes it's not always like amazing, boom, holy crap, this is like, 8 to 0. Sometimes it is a little bit of a process, right? And also glad with this result. It feels way better. So that's really good. And that's kind of the goal of this, right? Is we want to get you as feeling as good as possible. Thank you so much for checking this out, guys. Liz, I don't have any time. I have to jump into another appointment basically right after this. So if you want to send me a message on Facebook or something like that, maybe we can kind of schedule something separate. And then, I want to honor my word as far as that all goes. So just kind of message me separately and we can work something out. But with that, guys, Already glad with the result. Feels better. So that's super awesome. Thank you so much, Elsa, for being my proxy for today and being my little guinea pig slash my volunteer. So thank you for that. Liz, thank you for being on here, and everyone else who's joined. Thank you for seeing this, and kind of if you know anyone that's kind of going through some really intense pain or anxiety or depression or has something like that going on and they want a little bit of relief, please let me know. Share this with someone, share it on their Facebook wall, tag a couple of friends, share the link for this info. Absolutely. Your shoulder is feeling better too. That's so awesome. Absolutely, Elsa, and for sure. So this video is going to be on the Compass Healing Facebook page, as well as my personal Facebook page. So you can go on there and you can share it from there if you'd like. But aside from that, guys, thank you for being here. If you're also interested in kind of how this work can be combined with the conscious healing or conscious coaching, where it's like maybe you want to take your life to the next level and really kind of go for your dreams and all that kind of stuff. Well, we actually have another program that Emmanuel and I are working with called the Inside Out Institute, where basically we're combining this subconscious baggage clearing with conscious coaching, where then that way you can get the best of both worlds and really just like conquer everything and be able to go for what you want and what your dreams are. So if you really want to take your life to the next level, send me a message, and there's also a link in the description with some more information about what we offer there. But with that, thank you so much, everyone, for staying tuned, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another live healing. I believe tomorrow is the last day of the week, so hope to see you guys there, and take care, and see you guys later.